Hello Libra, this is Crystal here with your reading with regards to love relationships. As promised, I was going to do this. I've promised this. Now, relationship readings, I want to warn you, they're not easy because this is a general reading. So I will be talking about single people. I will be talking about people in a relationship. Now, whatever your relationship status, take from this general reading, as I said, general, whatever resonates with you. If it doesn't, just leave it aside, or go to your moon sign or your rising sign and have a look at that video, because maybe that resonates better. Because as I said, general readings, especially on relationships, because there are so many influences, so many people involved, so many energies involved, very difficult to do, a reading that will resonate to every one of you. But first, I want to thank you for being here. If you really like my videos, consider subscribing to my channel. Maybe even click the little bell so you're alerted when a new video comes out. There will be a new one for the beginning of June, for the month of June. Then I also want to announce that if you stay towards the end of the video, at the very end, I will tell you how you can win a free reading with me and what you need to do in order to win one. So stay here and then I'll tell you all about it, how you can do that. But let's dive into the cards now, Libra, because you're waiting for that, isn't it? So I see already in this side here, three majors: the Chariot, the Fool, and Justice. And here it's a very good mixture. There's two cups. There's a Page of Cups, the Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords, Three of Cups. So what I feel here, I'm going to go right to the end because this is the card that's calling me at the moment. And this card is the card of Justice. It's the card that says that there needs to be a balancing act doing here what it in the relationship area of your life. But it also asks you to take a deep look at yourself, because what are you not seeing, or what are you not doing, or what are you obstructing, what are you blocking? Because this sword is sort of blocking this connection with this inner you. And what is it that blocks you from having more balance in the relationship? I think that is a very big question here. Now I'm going to have a look. I'm not saying that this is the outcome. I'm not saying that this is the potential outcome. I think this is a card that sort of is the background. That sort of is the reminder that you need to keep in mind for the whole reading. It's sort of the card, this balancing act is also looking inside of you, looking at yourself, looking at your shadow side, and recognizing, your strengths, but also the things you are not as good in, the thing, the dark sides, the things you don't like about yourself, to have a good look at them and to embrace them, to make them part of you, because they are important, and you bring those to the relationships. And I feel that that is sort of what this card is saying, that whatever is happening on the relationship realm, this is something that you need to do, embracing your shadow, making shadow part of you, and also in the relationship, knowing that that shadow is going to be present even in the relationship, and that that shadow needs to be accepted by the other person as well. But not only by the other person, also by yourself. Now, if you hear all these noises in the back, those are my dogs. Whenever I read, it's very strange. Then they come sort of flocking around me. They need to be here, and then they start making all sorts of noises. So I'm sorry, I cannot filter them out. I can also not lock them away, because then they cry at the door, and that's even worse. So my apologies for that. So let's have a look at the other cards, because I've talked enough about Justice. I will probably come back to that. So this is not only for single people. This is also for people in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, embrace the parts you don't like about yourself, because they are part of you, and they also will interfere and influence in the relationship. So if you can embrace that, then your partner will embrace that as well. saying for singles, if you're dating someone or you're going to meet someone, you need to let them see that you have vulnerabilities, that you have weaker sides, that you have a shadow side, because they will have to embrace that as well, like you do. Because for singles, I'm going to start with singles, it feels like somebody is coming in the scene. There's a Page of Cups. Somebody new is coming into your world. There is this big possibility that you're going to meet someone. This can be by dating, this can be sort of coincidental. And there is an attraction, there's an immediate attraction with this person. Look here. I'm going to pull it in. I don't know if you can see here the two hands and the sort of, they form a little heart. And there is like, the heart inside of that, of the two hands. So there is this instant attraction with this person that you're meeting. So this can be anywhere. It can be even in the supermarket or on the corner of the street. And it feels very coincidental for a single person. Now, for people in a relationship, I feel that you are renewing your attraction to each other. It feels like things have been out of sorts, and I'm saying that because of these two cards, the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Like, you have lost a little bit touch with each other, you have lost a little bit of that attraction, of that fire in your relationship, and it's time to bring that back in. The Page of Cups tells me that you're ready to do something about that. Maybe have the conversation with your partner, maybe take some real proactive action on that fact, to bring in a little bit more passion, a little bit more energy again between the two of you. And what comes to mind, and it was again in another reading, is the 5 love languages, because sometimes we don't know our own love language, let alone we know the love language of other persons. So this is built, the 5 love languages, quickly. I try to keep it quick, but have a look it up, Google it. So there's this way that we express love, and there's 5 ways. And you have like a few dominating ways that you express love. Now, you don't necessarily know that, so have to do the test. There's a test, a quiz you can do to find out what your love language is. And you can maybe also do that with your partner to see what his or her love language is, because sometimes we don't know each other's love languages, and if we know them, then we can use them and make our relationship better. So just find out a little bit if you're interested and Google it. Now, for the person in a relationship where we're reigniting the passion, the fire, also the love in general, the kindness, the support for each other. Maybe there wasn't that, because maybe here with the 8 of Swords, it felt a little bit like you were stuck in that relationship, and the relationship didn't bring you good things. But look, this woman is looking in the mirror. So the thoughts are in the mirror. They're not here. They're not in the real world. So it's just your thoughts. There was negative thinking about the relationship, and that made you stuck in a rut. Now, I feel this for people, for single people, the same thing. Negative thoughts are keeping you stuck, were keeping you stuck in a rut. And they sometimes blocked this person coming in. But I feel for the single people, there is somebody coming in, somebody new, and something very unexpected. Now, in a way, there is also the need for a little bit of protection if you're single. So don't just jump in. You can date this person, you can get to know them, because there is this Justice card that is running behind all the cards. This embracing your own shadow side, and then also showing your vulnerabilities to the other person. But that means that sometimes you feel like you need to protect yourself, and I do feel that sometimes you have to do that. Don't give away immediately everything, because you're sometimes still even in the process of embracing your own vulnerabilities, and then immediately showing them to this new person coming in. That's going to feel very almost dangerous. So I feel this is the danger, like you feeling attacked. So don't give away everything. Don't spill your soul immediately. Do it step by step. because you'll make progress. There will be progress. And at a certain point, this relationship can really start moving. I feel this chariot is telling me that the person, this is for singles, coming in this relationship has wheels to move, has also the choice. You're making a choice to move this relationship forward. Again, with this in the background. And this leads to a whole new cycle. But also look at this Fool card. She is really ready to fall into the water. She's ready to let go of stuff here. She falls, she's happy. It's a joyous card. There's the yellow there. There is a vibrancy in this card. So yes, the moment that you let this person in, carefully, slowly, carefully, with, a little bit of your protections on, because you're still in this work of balancing within yourself, then the relationship has wheels to move forward. A new cycle is beginning. So we already talked about this, where you felt stuck. Now, when this relationship moves forward, it's good. Three of Cups, good. Coming together, feeling connected. I think that this is the card that says to you, you start to feel connected with this person. Now, for people in a relationship where you're reigniting this Page of Cups because you felt stuck, you felt in a rut, you felt it was stale, it was bringing nothing new, nothing exciting. I feel that one of the reasons that it wasn't bringing anything new was here, this balancing act, this, embracing your shadow, and also bringing that shadow in the relationship and daring to show how vulnerable you felt, how sometimes you felt a little bit afraid to show, these darker sides of you that are part of you. And now you're starting to show them. But also that is a step-by-step process. The Seven of Wands is this Justice card coming out slowly but surely. But I feel that this relationship can move forward. It has really the potential to become good again, to get that energy going again, to get that love going, to get the passion going again. And it feels like it comes in a whole new cycle. It's like almost starting afresh. It's like a fresh start for that relationship. And that is good because you're getting out of this negativity, and you're going to feel, again, it's the same as for the single people, you're going to feel connected again with your partner. Renewed connection. Also, the stars are shining. You're looking together at the stars. You're coming together. And this connection is not only from you to him or from you to her, but also vice versa. So it's coming together again. I really like that. Let's see what else is going to come out, Libra. Knight of Cups again. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. So this is sort of the same energy. Renewal for the people in a relationship, and a new person coming in. Now this here, the Knight is a little bit more mature already than the Page of Cups. So it's like progression. This person you're meeting quite coincidentally or accidentally, or like on, very in a strange way, maybe even, or in an unexpected way. But then you're dating more, you're seeing more of each other. Now, for people in a relationship, to reignite that passion, yes, you're doing the work, and that is going to bring that passion back in. It's going to bring the love back in. It's sort of, you're also a bit of a reconciliation, like coming together again. And the Three of Cups, very connected to that. It's also doing away with this doubts and these fears and that negative thinking. Okay, Judgment. I'm just going to pull a few more cards, and then Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords and another Fool. Ooh, and another Chariot. So this is really okay. So we have here a repetition of these two cards. So this is really, for me, like you're really ready to go on this new adventure. Together, if you're in a relationship, you're going on the new adventure, and you're making a choice to do that together. And if you're not if you were single and you have this person coming in, you're also going on this new journey together. It's together. It's a choice. It's a very conscious choice of the both of you to go on this new journey, this new cycle, this new path. And it feels a little bit destined. There is this element here in judgment where destiny comes in, where fate comes in, and however you want to see that, if you believe that the universe is helping you. The universe is also calling you to get out of the stuck rut, to embrace your inner fears, to show your vulnerability, because it's like a wake-up call. It's saying, hey, it's time to just reignite this passion if you want this relationship to succeed. And if you're single, it's time for you to... It's sort of that this judgment card is calling this person in. Like this... this coincidence, this accidentally meeting each other, it's sort of a call from the universe that's happened, and that the universe is sort of orchestrating this. That's how it feels like. Now we have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords for me is a really strange card here, but I feel that she's connected with this Eight of Swords. She's the queen that cuts out this negative attitude, this negative thinking, and she is the queen that recognizes that it's only thinking. It's not reality. It is just, you being negative, and now you're cutting out that negative thinking that is also cutting through the rut, and it brings in the action again. It brings the Chariot, the movement in again. Now, the Queen of Swords is also, the sword is the same here of the Justice card, only she's holding the sword up. So she is allowing herself to look at her shadow side and do that in a little bit a cold way, in a rational way. And that I feel is needed here to embrace your vulnerabilities. To say, listen, to the partner that you have, or the person that's coming in, listen, I am not perfect. You are not perfect. And we're both two imperfect creatures that try to make it work together, that try to come together, that try to connect. And we can have a beautiful adventure together. So this is just the way you're going to see that. And I hope that is really, that is really about transparency and openness and authenticity and just, being yourself. And I feel you're asking this from the other person as well, because that's the only way it's going to work, isn't it? Okay, let's see what the messages are for you, Libra. So I'm going to pull 2 cards randomly from here, and then I'm going to pull another one from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, so in the Wisdom of the Oracle, usually there is Spirit hiding in the card somewhere. So let's see what Spirit has to tell you. Okay, so I'm starting with these. Okay, so Snake Spirit says it's time to heal. So I feel that is here, the Justice card, embracing your vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities come from the past. They come from also false beliefs you have about yourself. So it's time to heal. If you're in a relationship, it's time to heal that relationship, to get the passion going again. And that is healing, you need to heal that relationship. That's the Snake Spirit. But it's beautiful because it's present. The energy the ability to heal is present for you. Also for people in a relationship. If you felt that maybe this relationship was on the brink of dying, there is this renewed energy, renewed love, renewed passion. There is healing going on in that relationship. And then we have the Swan Spirit. It says, take time for a deep dive. So I feel that this is connected to these 2 Fool cards, this Fool card and this Fool card, and also to the 2 Chariots where you move into the deep dive. But here it's about diving, yes. Deep dive, just let go, take the risk. Also move, when you dive, you have movement, the Chariot, movement. And it's time now, it's time for the single people to let this person in. And maybe you have to do it step by step because you're still embracing these shadows. But it's time to do that. It's time to not be afraid anymore and just let them in and then see what gives. Because you can keep on protecting yourself or in that negative cycle. You can do that as well. You can choose to do that, but then you're not going to have somebody. And if you really would like to meet somebody to have to spend your life with, not your life, or to spend your time with, to connect with, to feel a connection to, then you have to be vulnerable and you have to take a deep dive. And truth be told, so as I said, there is the spirit always lurking, which is not a really right word, but always present in the background. So here, if you can see the little face here, sort of hidden face in that little window. And it says, truth be told. Now, I feel this is about, when I said here, vulnerability, expose your vulnerabilities, expose them to yourself, expose them to the other people, be transparent, be authentic. I also said that here with the Queen of Swords, she dares to do that. And it's very important that you do that because there is the need for transparency, for authenticity, for honesty, for openness. Don't hide stuff. Now, you don't have to do it all at once. Not on the first meeting, you're going to just bare your soul and you just open up everything. It's a step-by-step process, but you will have to do it in an honest way because you can do the step-by-step thing in an honest way as well. You don't need to just, tell your whole story from beginning childhood to where you are now and all what you've been through in one go. Do that in a step-by-step way, but also share what you don't like, share what you want from a relationship and what you are willing to give to the relationship. Be open, honest, and authentic about it, and that's going to bring you a long way, and it's going to bring you joy, happiness. So that's it for you, Libra. If you like this reading, you know what to do. Consider subscribing, consider clicking on the alert bell so that you're alerted. Also, maybe have a look somewhere else. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram where I do a daily card drawing as a story and a reel. I also do moon readings, moon guidance for the new moon and the full moon on Instagram. So you can find me there as well. And now for the competition. So if you would like to win a reading with me, just write in the comment box, and only in YouTube, not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not on Twitter, nowhere else, only on YouTube. Write in the comment box the word grace, 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 and then your name will be put in a bowl, and then on the 31st of May I will draw a name, and that person is going to win a reading, and then I'll let you know how we're going to sort that out. And that's it from me for you, Libra, for now, for a relationship. Bye for now and see you in June.